And another big reason why there are so many dogs here in Mexico and in many different cities across the country is because a lot of people don't believe in neutering and spaying the animals. Like, what the fuck?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard. All electronic devices need to stay powered off. Thank you.
Hola! Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I have an interesting video for you. Right here behind me are some Mexican street dogs, also called callejos. I believe I pronounced that right, hopefully I did. But it just means street dog, pretty much. And here in Mexico, in Playa del Carmen, and other cities, Mexico City, and many other places throughout the country, there are a lot of street dogs. So today I want to take you around and show you how there are street dogs here in Playa del Carmen, and how they are friendly, how they just kind of wander around, and some look unhealthy, some are fine, and really give you a rundown on why there are so many street dogs here in Mexico. So I just hopped into the store real quick to try to find some dog food, and I also tried to find some dishes to like put it in, some plastic or styrofoam ones. I didn't happen to see any, so I just have the dog food here. And what I wanted to do is just go around and kind of give some dog food to a few different dogs to help them out. You know, some of them could be hungry. Like this one right here, this white dog, it just kind of roamed up to me as I was walking by. I think it was just expecting something. So I'm gonna crack this bag open here and give him a little bit of food. So the dog appears to be liking the food, which is good, so he must be hungry. All right, now I'm gonna keep walking down some other streets, see if we can find some more dogs, take some photos, feed them, just help them out. Let's see what else we can get into. I walked around the town for a while. I seen tons of dogs, just so many. Some that were in not so good of shape, some that were kind of aggressive, some that were very friendly, and I also fed a bunch of them, just gave them some food. That way they had some food if they were hungry. Some ate it, some didn't. I've written about 10 things on my phone that I found on the internet earlier when I was researching about it because I was so curious why I was seeing so many stray dogs. I did say earlier that the Mexican street dogs are also called callejeros, which means street dog, or also known as the village dog. Now, each dog here in Playa del Carmen that I've noticed, and probably in majority of Mexico, is going to have different characteristics. There are some that are very big, some that are smaller, some that are of different colors, some that are long hair, some that are short hair. So you're gonna find a wide range of different types of dogs that are stray. Now, majority of the dogs I think do tend to be good-natured and aren't so unfriendly if you come near them. Most of them will look at you, they'll pass by you, you can walk by close and they won't really care. A few of them will get a little territorial and probably bark at you. And in fact, we have a stray dog behind us, just walking down the road. Just checking out the area, it sees me, it's wondering what I'm doing. But generally the dogs are very wary of people, like this one behind me. It is checking me out right now to see what I am doing because I'm probably in its neighborhood and it probably hasn't seen me before. But most of the dogs are pretty intelligent, they're brave, and they will adapt to wherever they are in the city to survive to the best of their ability. So today when I was walking around, I had to have probably seen, I don't know, 50 dogs or something. There was just so many. Some were laying in the street, some were laying in the shade, some were laying underneath cars, some were roaming around with other dogs, some were drinking out of puddles in the street. They're just everywhere. They're just not in the best of health. Now, from what I've read online, here in Mexico is the biggest population of dogs in all of Latin America. So the National Institute of Statistics and Geography estimate that there are about 18 million dogs in all of Mexico. Now, they think roughly there are 70% of that population living in the wild, being stray, being homeless, and not actually having proper shelter and food like they should. And in the capital city of Mexico, Mexico City, they do say that there are probably 1.2 million dogs alone just wandering the streets there. So the big question is, why are there so many dogs here in Mexico that are stray? Some people believe that many families actually receive dogs for Christmas gifts and other holiday gifts, but eventually they can't afford to take care of them and they end up just kicking them out to the street. So Mexican city authorities estimate that about 20,000 dogs are captured per month and have to be put down. And a big reason why a lot of dogs are put down is because of how unhealthy they are. So majority of these dogs that are stray on the streets, they don't have enough food, they don't have enough shelter, and they just don't have enough of the things to help them survive in a healthy manner. With the scorching temperatures and the heat sometimes, it's not good for these dogs if they don't have the proper food and water they need during these hot summer days. But although they are stray, they seem to have more friends than enemies. They have friends with other dogs and they aren't scared of the locals or some of the people that come around them. So more often than not, the dogs are friendly versus being vicious. Now let me tell you about something that I read online that really was striking. So it is said that many dogs are threatened by people and often tortured by kids and sometimes even killed for the sport. Or often these dogs will make their ways to the waterways, they'll hop in a fisherman's boat because they smell some sort of scraps that they can eat. Well, when they get on this boat, fisherman catches them and then they actually throw them overboard, which is very wrong to do. And another big reason why there are so many dogs here in Mexico and in many different cities across the country is because a lot of people don't believe in neutering and spaying the animals. So they're just reproducing left and right. So here in Mexico, a lot of these dogs are having multiple litters within so many years. More than the average dog should probably have. And the reason for people not believing in spaying and neutering is because they think it's going to mess up the dog's canine masculinity. That is a reason why these dogs aren't neutered or spayed. All right, the last thing I want to talk about is how the population of stray dogs in Mexico are controlled, and specifically controlled by the euthanization method. Now, in America and most other countries, dogs are euthanized and other animals are euthanized in a good manner. Here, it's not the same case. So in the States and other countries, they are euthanized with a drug called phenobarbital, I believe. And here in Mexico, it is used a little bit, but not so much. Well, in Mexico, this drug has been denied to many veterinarians and instead are using a euthanization method of electrocution. What? They're electrocuting stray dogs here in Mexico? That's insane. So not all dogs are electrocuted, but a fair amount of them still do get this method. The reasoning of choice is because the method is inexpensive and readily available according to Humane Society International. Like, what the fuck? Why are they electrocuting these dogs? There has to be a better alternative. Now, that's just painful and just a wrong way to go out. Now, this is the information I read off of line, so I'm not making this up. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. It was all about the stray dogs here in Playa del Carmen and Mexico as a whole. And I hope you enjoyed this video and you have a better understanding to why there are dogs here roaming around the streets and they're not somebody's pet. Hopefully the situation here in Mexico gets better with the stray dogs, because it seems like the stray dog population is just growing and growing, and eventually it's going to become even more out of control. And it's just not right. Somebody should help these dogs. Well, until next time guys, I will see you soon. Now, I just came over to a little side street by my Airbnb where it is quiet and there's no traffic to try to tell you more about the Mexican stray dogs here in Mexico. Now, where I am standing is a little shady and kind of dangerous, so I have to watch out. This is what it looks like. There's like 2 holes in the ground and I'm just standing over it. It's just like the best place I can find around here because the Airbnb is a little mess and it's just not a... This is just a better place to do it. So the National Institute of is the method of use.